Hello. Hello. Welcome, guys. Thank you for coming in. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. 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 Please share, invite somebody, tag somebody. Invite somebody, tag somebody. Um, Welcome as you join. Please share. It's very important to share. You're going to help somebody. You're going to help transform somebody's life today. You're going to save somebody today. That is the point of sharing. So share on your timeline and tag somebody. Invite somebody. It's gonna really help somebody. It's gonna save somebody's life today. Um, I'm just doing the same right now. Um, and I'm gonna start. Let me just share on my other timeline, and then I'm gonna start. We're still doing the book review, so I'm still doing this book review, and also I want to apologize in advance that tomorrow there will be no broadcast. I'm sorry. uh I have a couple of exam coming up, and also assignments that is due, and the pressure is really hitting me, and so I need to focus on that this couple of days. So I'm gonna resume my broadcast again on Tuesday. So but if I have time in between, I can do a broadcast. But I'm just saying now that by the looking of things, I'm gonna be really, really busy from tomorrow till Monday. I'm gonna be very, very busy. So there's gonna be no broadcast. I'm not gonna unless maybe if I have time, then I will do one. But if I so I'm just saying that I'm not doing anything. If you see one, okay, it's because I have time. But I'm not planning on doing any broadcast from tomorrow till Tuesday. So we will finish up the broadcast. We'll finish up the book review on Tuesday. I will the following week. So Tuesday I'll resume all broadcasts. Okay, so I apologize, but it's the stress is coming up. I need to focus on school and get a good grades. Okay, so I apologize for any inconvenience that might arise for people that are looking forward to my broadcast every day. I apologize. So today, what are we going to talk about? It's still the book review, True and False Understanding of Love. That is the book that I'm reviewing. So today we're going to talk about the opposite of pride is humility. So that is what we're going to talk about today. And I'm going to give some symptoms of pride. How can you, what are the symptoms of, my pride is coming on. What are those symptoms? So I'm going to be listing some of them. I'm going to go through them, and then we're going to talk about humility. Then today, since we're finishing this chapter, so there's gonna be actually a quiz at the end, a test at the end that you can test yourself, see how if you're having a false understanding or true understanding of love. So we talk about First Corinthians, um, chapter 13. So this is what this old broadcast, like two more broadcasts that I did last week, like no Monday and Friday. So you can go watch it. And then so this is the test. I'm gonna be posting it at the end of this broadcast today. And you can test yourself and see where you need to improve, okay? So let's get in because I have to run for class. Let's see. Still have time. Okay. So symptoms of pride. What are the symptoms of pride? Okay. Is it they quickly get irritated. These are people that get irritated very. They're angry and they cannot stand anything. These are symptoms of pride. They don't like to listen to advice or like reproach. They don't like to. They like to proclaim their title. These are people that have pride. Ha! I have PhD. I have masters. Hey, if you see the house that I bought, these are people that are full of pride. They are stubborn. These are stubborn people. People that are full. This is symptoms of pride. They are very stubborn. They are. They constantly compare themselves to other people. These are people that they strive to they constantly compare themselves, said, hey, look at my life, look at her life, look at his life, my life is way better than that person. Those are people that are full of pride. Anybody that you see all the time constantly comparing his life with somebody else as somebody that's full of pride. So let's keep going. He said it tends to be offensive. These are people that full. They're offensive. Hey, sometimes you might tell them something. You might not mean anything bad, but for them, they will be offended by that word. If you tell them something that probably might help them, or maybe they are doing something that is wrong, you might want to help them out. They will be offended by that word. These are people that are full of pride. I say they think that they are better than other people or other are useless. These are people that are full of pride. They think, oh, I'm better. I'm better than you. What do you think you are? There are a lot of people. Who do you think you are? I am the minister of whatever. Who do you think you are? Who are you dealing with? Did you know how much? Hey, these are people for. Oh, if they wear a nice clothes. Did you know how much this money costs that I'm wearing? Don't touch me. Don't touch my clothes. Don't do the. These are people that are full of pride. They will be telling, hey, I went to school. You know how many years I spent in school? I spent so much years in school. So you can't tell me what to do. Ah, they look down on people because that person does not have any education. So they think that that person is stupid. That person doesn't have common sense. That person cannot add anything into society, cannot tell you something sensible that might probably help you just because you have a PhD or because you have a master or because you have a degree or maybe you went to college or you finished high school or something. So somebody that didn't even go to school, you think that their intelligence does not count. They're not intelligent at all because they didn't go to school or because they don't know how to read. Those people that look down on people that don't go to school, those are people that are full of pride. Like a show that happened recently, I didn't watch the show, but there's a show, The Big Sister, that just happened, and there was a friend of mine was telling me about it. There was this lady called China Nikki, because she was not educated because she didn't go to school. So all the people that went to university, so they were looking down on her. No, these are people that are full of pride. Not because she didn't go to school. She had something valuable because God put valuable things in all of us. We are valuable. We matter. Hey, I have some skills that you don't have. You have some skills that I have. But that doesn't mean we work together. That is how we're going to strengthen each other. But just because, oh, I know it all. You don't know nothing. Whatever you have to put on the table does not matter because you didn't go to school or because you're not qualified. No, qualify. Common sense. Common sense sometimes is better than book sense. Some people with book sense don't have common sense at all because some of the things that happen in Africa, it's common sense. But these people that are ruling, they have PhD, they have degree, but still they are not solving the problem in the country. It's unfortunate, right? But they're full of a lot of pride in them because they're looking down on the little people. Don't be that kind of person. They say, is it they tend to be self-righteous and they don't see any issue with their point of view. How many people are not? It's like, oh, what am I? I didn't say anything. They don't listen to other people. It's like all the time, my points must come. Your point might be terrible point, but because of the pride in you, you want your points to be the head. Even though your point is not, it's not going to solve the problem, but just because of that pride, you want it to stand. That is not good. That is why Africa is the way it is. Because a lot of people are full of pride. They see something wrong, they don't want to say, okay, well, I don't think my idea is that good, but that person that doesn't have PhD idea, my work might be better, But because of the pride, they will not take that person idea. They will take their, even though it's going to cost the country or it's going to cost a lot of money, but it's going to go with it because they don't, because of the pride in them, right? Okay. He said, these people that are the symptoms of pride, they tend to turn any conversation into monologue about themselves because they love to be listened to, right? It's like, oh, you listen to me. I'm talking, you listen to me. I don't want to listen to whatever you have to say, whatever you have to put on the table. I don't want to listen to it. You just listen to me because guess what? I am the one with the education. I am the one with the PhD. I am the one with the degree. I am the one that went to school. So you don't count. Those people, don't be that full of pride. Don't be like that. He say they don't like to ask questions. People that are full of pride don't like to ask questions. They think they know it all. They think that they know it all, so they don't ask questions. They just say, "Huh, yeah, I know it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah." They also tend to be ungrateful, and they always like to win in dispute. They always want to win in dispute. These are people that are full of pride. They win. They will never let it go. Say, okay, you win just for the sake of peace. Okay, okay, okay. No, they will argue. They will argue until they win. If they don't win, nobody will have peace, right? They are always looking for ways to benefit themselves. These are people that are full of pride. If they're doing something, if it's not benefiting them, they don't want to have anything to do with it. But if they're being benefited from whatever it is, they are all in. But they don't do things that they're not going to be benefit from it. Those are people that are full of pride. Okay, so let's talk about humility now. Humility. So the opposite of pride is humility. How many people are have humility in them, right? They say humility is the awareness of one own shortcomings and weaknesses. They combine the absence of pride and arrogant, right? It is the lack of sense of self importance or superiority. That is the lack of sense of self-importance and superiority, right? A humble person understand and accept the law of the life. So many voluntarily subject himself to someone else's will, right? So this is humility. A person with humility is not looking at the other person shortcoming or judging them, but will see how they can help them overcome and learn from their mistakes, right? A a humility person focus on himself alone but focus on the world at large. He's open to new ideas and different opinions. Those are somebody with humility. They are not full of pride. They are listening to other people. They want to hear everybody value. Those are somebody with humility. If you find anybody, that person have humility, because they're listening to everybody value. Say, hey, you count. It's they're not going to look at you and say, oh no, because you don't have any education, so you don't count. Whatever you're going to say, we don't want to listen to it. Listen to the people that are educated. But then look at everybody. Like a president, for example, with humility, he will always listen to the least person. It's not only the big people, the guns, the people that have the guns or PhD masters, but he looks at even the cleaner. He value the cleaners. He value the least person. Opinions matter. He doesn't look down on a person and say, hey, because you're a cleaner, whatever you say, I don't listen to it. Because that cleaner might have a brilliant idea that will solve a lot of crises, that will solve a lot of problems. But if you're a president, if you are full of pride, you will not value the opinion of a cleaner. But a president with humility or a leader with humility will value the opinion of a cleaner or somebody of lesser value than them. So, like, example, I'm going to give an example. I like to give a relationship example, right? For men, I know they're full of pride. The idea is sometimes it's the terriblest idea. But because of the full of pride in them, they don't have humility. They want their idea, even though the idea is terrible. But the woman have a brilliant idea. It can be vice versa. But because of that pride, because of they have PhD, because they have degree, and the woman does not have anything, they will not listen to the woman, right? I'm the one that went to education. I have more education than you. So my idea is better than your idea, right? This also happen in churches. Pastors don't listen to their members. They don't listen to their members. It's like I'm the one that God is speaking to. You should listen and do what I say. But God speaks to everybody, not only the pastors of the church. God speaks to you, God speaks to me, God speaks to everybody. If you are wants to listen to God, if your antenna is alert, you will hear God speaking to you. It doesn't always have to be the pastor, but pastors that does not have humility will not listen, will not value their members. If the member come to them and say, "Hey, God, speak to me in this," they will not value it. They will not listen to what the members say. They will just say, no, I'm not listening to you. But God is speaking to that member. But a pastor or humility will listen and will do what the members say. That is a pastor of humility. But a pastor that have pride in them will not listen and will not do whatever the member God spoke to that member to do. Okay? So let's go back. Is it true? Love is not true without humility. True love is not true without humility. So if you don't have humility and you're telling somebody you love them, you don't love them at all. You just, it's a false understanding of love. He said, without humility, you cannot have strong and healthy relationship with others. Humility matters. If you don't have it, you're not gonna have strong relationship with anybody. For example, if there's a pride among both partner in a marriage, it's doomed to break up eventually, right? Because it's pride. There's no humility in that relationship. If there is no humility between that two partner, that relationship, too bad, it's gonna break up. Um, so the first sign of pride and self-centeredness is in a relationship is when they talk in concordance of manners and accusing each other wrongly. When you always accuse your member, hey, you doing this, oh, you doing this. Instead of you working on yourself, say, hey, yeah, I have some problem. I need to work on my this attitude. I need to work on this. You're always blaming your partner. Oh, you need to change. Oh, you need to change. Oh, you need to change. What about you? Don't you think you're doing something? Like, think, what am I doing wrong? What is that? Let me change. But they will blame it. So I think this is the end. Let's see. We're doing good. Let's see. Yep, we can finish it up. So, how to develop humility? Let's see. How can you develop this? So, let's see what the book says about it. How you can develop humility. He says, stop making excuses. How many people love to make excuses? Why? They justify everything. Why? Hey, I can be guilty sometimes, okay? Confession time. I can be guilty. I can be guilty. I'm not saying I'm perfect here, but I can be guilty of making excuses sometimes. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I make excuses. Why? Something that I'm supposed to do, I make excuses for me not to do it. So, how to do it? Stop making excuses. Anyone who believes he is right does not need to prove that he's right, right? Confession time. I think I'm guilty of this one. Confession time. I always like to prove that I'm right. So, sorry, guys. Anyway, let's move on. However, the truth will soon or later prove itself. So now I'm gonna work on that, right? So I'm not gonna be making excuses anymore, and I'm not always gonna prove myself right because I think I'm guilty of that. I do that sometimes. You say, well, if you are wrong, it is better in that case to admit it, right? I admit when I'm wrong sometimes, so it's not all bad. And okay, you say a proud man is stubborn. I can be stubborn sometimes, and it is almost impossible for him to admit his own mistakes. Hmm. I think I was bad in that, but I'm getting better in it. How about that? I admit my mistakes when I do something. I admit now. Before, I will never admit that I did wrong. But I'm growing. I'm growing. I am growing, people. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Um, you say a willingness to change is the best way to become a humble person. See, I am changing. I was really terrible. I can be stubborn sometimes, and I always want to get my way. I am always right, but I'm growing. Okay, number two, how to develop humility. You say confessing your mistake in front of people and asking for forgiveness is a good opportunity to get rid of pride. So confessing, confessing your mistakes in front of people. Say, hey, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Like I do that all the time, and so I think I'm developing humility. I believe it was bad, but getting better. Explain and make it clear to the person that you are not better than them, and maybe even that you might be worse than them. This will help to remove your pride and appreciate the value of the opposite of the other person, right? So okay, number three, be alert to be in good in good in people. Be alert to the good in people. You will no longer consider yourself as an outstanding personality when you observe the good in other people too. We cannot say that someone is better or worse. The value of human significance is not determined by the availability of material resource or intelligent quality of ability quality, and ability that they have. The value of a person comes from the fact that they are human too, right? So this I'm just going to read. So I'm just going to read what it says how you can develop. So it said to develop certain ability, someone just have to take the time to learn and grow. But this is not reason for the person to extol themselves and be proud. Usually, people who exalt themselves suffer shame and humility soon after, and the person who have tried to elevate others, even to the detriment of themselves, rise to the pedestal of honor, right? So, number four, having respect and courtesy. Is it a general definition of respect is a feeling of deep adminis- uh, uh, admir- admirable. You admire people for someone or something, right? It's a when a person shows respect for who it is due. Like a lot of people don't respect other people, right? He said for there is always nothing to that can stop them from being successful. If we want to develop humility, we must learn to recognize the dignity of people through the respect they gain from their hard work, right? A lot of people they do hard work, but nobody respect them for all the hard work that they do. People just disrespect them. Say, hey, even though they have worked hard, like some people will work hard, they want to be appreciated, but people don't. They just look at them And then you feel bad sometimes, right? It's like, oh, I did the hard work. I deserve something. But people won't give it to you. But you know you did a good work, right? It's a be grateful. That is how you can develop humility. You have to be grateful. How many people are grateful for what God is doing for them in their life? How many people are grateful? A lot of people are complainer. They complain, they nag, they complain about everything. Everything is going wrong in the world. There is nothing, anything that is positive in the world for them. Everything is bad. They get up in the morning, they will be complaining till they go to bed. And they get up the next morning, they will complain. There is nothing good going on. They'll complain. I don't have money. Something, everything. They will be complaining about a lot of things. They will never say, wow, I'm grateful today. Oh, I got up today. I was able to dress myself. Hey, I have some food to eat today. Some people don't even have some food to eat. I have a place to sleep. Oh, I'm grateful. I have a car to, it might not be the good car in the world, but I have a car, or I have a room, a house. It might not be the nicest house in the world, but I have a place to sleep. We need to appreciate. So, somebody with humility is always grateful for the little things, not big things. Some people are only grateful when it's big. When it's small, they're not grateful. God, I want more. God, I want more. You won't thank God. Say, God, thank you for this small thing that you've given me. I appreciate. Not everybody will do that. Okay, he said pride and selfishness do not allow a person to show his weakness, and though and it also does not allow anyone else to be superior to them. So they always want to be above. I need to be the bed. I need to be above. They never will go down for people. They always want people to praise them, always people to tell them you are the best, you are the super, whatever. He said a person with a true understanding of love recognizes his weakness, and he recognizes the acknowledgement of others. He says thanks to those people, and he gave love and warmth, and he will see the reward and gratefulness as naturally attracts to you. The final one is a learn to forgive. The ability to forgive others for all their wrongdoing is what we should learn from others first. It is important to understand that we are all human and we are bound to make mistakes. How many people think that, oh, I never make mistakes. I'm always perfect. I'm always on point. I never do anything wrong. There are a lot of people they think that, but we are all fallible. We all make mistakes. Even me speaking to you, I make mistakes. I've made a lot of terrible mistakes in my life. And I'm going to probably make more, right? In the future. But don't count yourself that you're Miss Perfect or Mr. Perfect because we all make mistakes. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. We need to just learn from you made a mistake, learn from it, and don't do it again. Learn from it and don't do it again. That is how we're gonna grow. So what else? He said, without the ability to forgive, we cannot be happy in life. Hmm. We cannot, because you are always carrying this heavy load in your heart that your heart cannot contain. Why do people get heart attack? Why people get cholesterols? All these diseases. They carrying unforgiveness with them. I'm not gonna forgive that person. I'm gonna hold it. Why are you holding it? What value is that unforgiveness is doing to you? You holding that grudge against that person. What is it gonna do? Is it benefiting you? Is it making you happy? Is it what is it doing? No value. It's not adding any value. So why are you keeping something that is causing you pain? I don't get it. I don't get it, people. But some people do. Resentment and unforgiveness leave a bad mark on our life. Did you hear that? Resentment and unforgiveness leave a bad mark on our life. Resentment strikes primarily on the person who feels it more than the other. So Through forgiveness, you protect yourself from sadness and negative energy. Just saying. So forgive everybody. Even though that person did you terrible thing, forgive them, because that is going to give you happiness. It's going to give you positive vibe in your body that your body need. But when you're holding that unforgiveness, it's negative energies attracted to you. You don't want to be attracting negative energy, keeping on resentment and bitterness in you. It's supposed to be sweet, but a lot of people do. So many families are broken up today because of that, right? I'm never gonna forgive my brother. I'm never gonna forgive my sister, my cousin, my uncle, my grandpa, my mother, my father, whoever your family might be. I will never ever forgive that person because what this person did to me, I will never let it go. But you don't know what it's causing to you. It's causing damage to you by you not letting go. You need to let go. You need to be a free man. You need to free that person. You need to free yourself in order for you to live happily. But you keep in that, you see that person, your heart started striking you, and you started, I hate that person. Look at all that toxic in your body. It's causing damage to you. It's not good for you. So let's round it up. Um, oh my goodness, my time is almost up. Anyway, let's finish it up. It's a true love, respect others. You say, how often do you meet people who are trying to change their loved ones? Ha! It's everywhere. I'm going to change my partner. I'm going to make sure he or she is perfect. I'm going to train them. I'm going to put them the way I want it. This is the way I want you to live your life. Are you God? God said the person is supposed to be like this. And here you are wasting your energy, your strength, trying to change somebody to a way God does not create that person to be. You're frustrating yourself. You're wasting extra, you're wasting energy that you're supposed to be using that energy to do something. It's like, I'm going to change my husband. I'm going to change my wife. My wife not supposed to be like this. And God said, no, it's supposed to be, I know. You see, you're wasting time, energy, resources, and everything. I don't know. I'm just saying. Um, so there are a lot of people that impose their own opinions on their loved ones. Their point of view is always right, nothing else. You say a man with a true understanding of love is highly respected and has respect for others too. True understanding. I respect you, you respect me. I respect your opinion, you respect my opinion. We work together and see what is going to benefit both of us, not only one that is going to benefit one person. Because there are a lot of selfish relationship there. It's like it's on me. What is good for me? What is good for me? I, me. No, I don't care about you. As long as I'm happy, I'm happy. I don't care if it's at the expense of you not being happy. I don't care. That is not true understanding of love. That's false understanding of love. Both parties need to be happy. Everybody has to be happy. Not only one person that is happy in the relationship. Where do you think that relationship is gonna end up? If only one person is happy all the time, the other person is sad. What do you think gonna happen to that relationship? But if both parties are happy, I'm happy, you're happy. Hey, with joy overflow, joy overflow. My heart. I sing a new song. Anyway, I don't know why I'm singing that song, but anyway, yeah, there is joy gonna be overflowing in that relationship because I am happy, you're happy, we're all happy. But if only one person is always happy and the other one is sad, that relationship will not last. That is why there are so much divorces today because only one person is happy. Instead of being mutual, let's be happy together. Let's do things that is going to make both of us happy. No, what is going to make me happy? I don't care about you. I care about me. And guess what? Boo, separation, divorce. Anyway, uh, he said, let's see here. Let's just finish it up. He said there is a pain for the manifestation of love. There is pain for the manifestation of love. You can often find people who believe that their partner should change and not them, right? It's everywhere. A woman with a true understanding of love is not always looking how husband is falling short of the expectation as the head of the home and as a spouse. She is patient, forgives, and is not easily provoked. She does not try to change her husband, or her husband on the other way changing them. So it's a here. Foolish is the man who always remain the same. Foolish is the man who always remain the same. Because like I said, we need to grow. You cannot just be stagnant and stay in the same place, or you need to grow. You need to learn how to love more. But some people, some husband, they will be romantic when they were dating, and then boom, they married a woman. Hey, romantic stop. They stop. They're not improving or getting better. They're getting even worse. Chai. My Nigerian people say chai. How would you want your relationship to deteriorate? It's supposed to be growing and getting better and excellent, not backward. Because a lot of people today, their relationship is going backward. There will be men will be trying everything to get a woman. As soon as they get that woman, they don't do anything extras anymore. They just relax. They do nothing. And some women, they will be looking all nice and attractive for a man, and then they got married. If you go and look at them, they look terrible. No, not because you're married now, so you should be looking dirty. Said, no, still spice it up, still making it good. The same way that man was attracted to you, keep it up, even get it perfected. I'm just saying. So let's end this up. The life of Mother Teresa, right? Mother Teresa, everybody know about Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa gave her entire life to the service of people of the world, right? And she was a woman. She was a nun, right? She she wanted to make the world a better place. How many people today are trying to make the world a better place? She tried. She had a lot of orphanage. She tried to. Uh, um, she vowed for four things actually. Four things she vowed it for: of of mercy, poverty, of and service to the poor. That's what she was doing. How many people? How many pastors are saying, huh, in my neighborhood where my church is, nobody will sleep hungry? How many pastor? They are just for themselves. For themselves. That's it. They will go be passing. They will not vow to themselves. It's so they will vow for themselves, say, I will become the richest pastor in the whole world. I will have more private jets than that person. They will be comparing themselves with other pastor. Oh, that pastor have private jet. I will get private jets more than that pastor. Or instead of comparing the life of people, say, hey, how many people have I taken out of the street? How many people am I supplying? How many people have I sent to school? That is what God is going to be looking. Not how many money you have in your bank account, not how many cars you have, not how many private jets, or how many members in your church. How have you transformed those people's life? That is what matters. How you have changed them. How many people in the prison that you have delivered. Not how many people come into your church that you're praying. The same people that they said they are believer that you're delivering every day, every Sunday, is the same people that you're casting out demons on. But you need to go to the prison and set the people free there. You need to go to the hospital. That is what gospel is all about. Not preaching in the church how to double your money. That is not gospel. This, we all need to get the life of Mother Teresa. What she was doing, that is the gospel. Reaching out to the poor people. How many pastors are reaching out to the poor people? What are they doing? They are stealing from the poor people, draining out the poor people, telling them, bring your last money and you're going to be blessed. Instead of you, the pastor, giving them, you are taking from them. And you call that gospel? Anyway, Mother Teresa always tried to help people and he gave them love. How many pastors are showing love today in churches, they will be slapping members. They will not even, they don't have any humility. They're full of pride. Those African pastors, majority of them, the members, they don't even want to talk to the members. They make the members worshiping them. You think that's the gospel? Mother Teresa encouraged us to develop the ability to love and to make effort in order to reveal this love. People who really know how to love does not put on condition on it, because other people are putting condition on. Well, if you want me to love me, if you want me to love you, you need to do this, or if you want me to love you, you need to do this. No, there is no conditional in love. You love people, you don't condition them. You say love is an art. You act. It's an art. Okay, you have to. It requires training. Love does not come. It requires training. You have to do it all the time, right? Just like when you're painting a picture, you don't just get better at it once. You keep doing it. You keep doing it until you get perfect in it. You say a man is showing true love, is patient and kind. It's not jealous. It does not boast about himself, spare himself for others, people, and does not think of himself alone. We will learn how a man can awake, and we need to awake in our love. We need to remove all this negativity. We need to remove all this pride, all this boasting, all this thing that is not love. We need to love. There is no love in Africa, unfortunately, my people. People think that there's love. There's no such thing as love there. We need to bring love in Africa, in churches, in everywhere. That is the only way the continent of Africa is going to be better. If love started penetrating in that country, we started loving our neighbor. We stop going to church and killing people, but pray for them. Say, God, teach us how to love. Give me the heart of love. That time that you're praying to kill somebody, cry to your Father in heaven. Say, God, teach me how to love. How can I love my enemy? How can I love them? The people that are persecuting me, the people that they don't like me, show me how to love them. Don't pray to kill them, but go pray to God to show you how to love them. Because when you show them love, that is how you're going to deliver them. That is how they're going to come to know God, by you showing love to people, not by evil. By evil, say, I do you. Oh, you do me this, I'm going to do you. Wait, nah. What are we going to do? It's not good, people. So anyway, that is the end of my this chapter. So I'm gonna post the quiz at the end of it. Do it. See where you stand and work on whatever you are lacking. Okay? Work on whatever you're lacking. And Tuesday I'm going to start again up my broadcast. So you will not see me tomorrow or Friday, but I will be back. I will resume broadcast on Tuesday. As I said, I have two quiz coming up and two assignments that I have to do. So it's going to be very busy. I'm not going to have time to read the book because I'm going to be so busy. So by Tuesday, I will come back and do chapter 5. Okay. You guys have a wonderful week and weekend, and I'll see you back on Tuesday. And God bless you guys, and I love you. Take care. Peace.